Good afternoon, everyone. Happy Wednesday. How are you? I hope your week has been fantastic so far, and I hope you are enjoying the Shop Your Closet Challenge. If somehow you've missed it, we are having our seasonal Shop Your Closet Challenge. It started on Monday, and for 10 days, I'm giving you an inspiration outfit, and then you shop your closet, shuffle it up, mix it up, make it yours, and then you share your outfit in the Capsule Wardrobes for Classic Style Facebook group. I'm doing a giveaway at the end of the challenge for those who participated. It's a $100 gift card to Kendra Scott. This is not sponsored. They don't even know who I am. I buy the gift card myself. And it's just my way of saying thank you for participating, because even though, I mean, the challenge itself is so much fun, I know how, well, it's very vulnerable to share a selfie of your outfit on Facebook in a group. And I know that can be scary and intimidating. And this is my way of encouraging you to participate, because that's what makes it fun, is when we get to see each other's inspiration outfits and how each of us has shopped the closet, because it gives all of us ideas as well. And that is the whole point. We express our own creativity, but then when we see how someone else shuffled it up, mixed it up, that can trigger even more creativity for us as we continue to shop our closets for these outfits. So I hope you're enjoying it. I'm loving seeing what you're coming up with. And I do want to add a reminder. We have had so many people join our group that not everyone is aware of the group rules. You did have to agree to them to join the group, but not all of us read. I confess, I don't always read the group rules when I'm like, yeah, I'll follow the rules, whatever. Sure, whatever. But I don't necessarily read them. So just in case you're guilty of that the way I am, all the normal rules apply. But one rule that you may not be used to is we only offer suggestions and advice when asked for. Otherwise, please keep it to yourself. This is a place where we are encouraging so many of our friends to step out of their comfort zone, step out of their shells, and be really vulnerable, like I said before, and courageous. It is not easy to post an outfit on the internet. I still hate doing it, and it's my job, and I've been doing it for years. I still just, ugh. I wouldn't do it if I didn't have to. And we are encouraging each other to feel safe and comfortable here. So, unless someone says feedback is welcome, comments welcome, suggestions welcome, do not offer them. We are here to support and encourage. And if you see something that they could do better, unless they've asked for it, please don't share. We have a very strict policy about this. You get one warning and then you'll be out of the group, because keeping this a safe space is the most important thing to me. It's a positive community. It's a safe community, and we want everyone to feel that way. I know other groups encourage this, and that is part of the purpose of those groups. But that is one thing that makes this group different. You're not here for critiques unless you ask for them. So please obey that rule, because we're happy you're here. And as long as you can participate and help us maintain this safe space, we are thrilled to have you here. And I would also ask everyone to give everyone the benefit of the doubt. I can probably count on one hand the number of times a comment was intended maliciously. And so please, if you see a comment that you feel like was intended to hurt your feelings, please give that person the benefit of the doubt. Of course, you can report the comment to the admins, and we'll take a look at it. But I know we're all feeling very sensitive right now. It's a sensitive time in our country. And emotions are running high. Things are just hard right now for a lot of reasons. 2020 has been a year I think we'll all be ready to end. And so recognize that how we're all feeling, we're all a little high strung and tightly wired right now. Please give everyone else the benefit of the doubt and assume that they meant no offense, because I guarantee that 99% of the time they didn't. Even if they break the rule, not knowing that you're not allowed to offer critique, the suggestion is probably well intended and a gentle reminder that um, unless asked for, that's not allowed in this group, is usually enough. They maybe just didn't know, and so they didn't mean to hurt your feelings. Okay, that was all the housekeeping. If you'd like to join the Shop Your Closet Challenge, I've added the link here where you can go to register. If you're in the group, I mean, you see the outfits, but if you want a chance to win the gift card, you have to actually register so we can keep track of these entries. Every time you post an outfit, it's an entry in the giveaway. So the more outfits you share, the more entries you have and the more chances you have to win. And then if you're not in, and then when you register for the group, you'll get an email confirming that and giving you instructions on how to do that. You'll need to join the Capsule Wardrobes for Classic Style Facebook group. That link will be in the email if you're not in that group already. And then each day at 3 p.m. Eastern time, I post the new outfit, and that's for the next day. So you have time to shop your closet. And you can find them if you click on the announcements tab in that group. So if you don't happen to be here at 3 o'clock, how many of us are, you can always click on the announcements tab and see the most recent outfit. So that was a lot of talking, but I know there's been some confusion and concern and people who've joined since I talked about it last. So I just wanted to kind of refresh all these things for you. And if you're struggling with some ideas of how to mix these outfits up, I did a whole style snack about that last week in preparation for this challenge. So I hope you'll go back and watch that. It's also on my website. It's got pictures. I took one outfit and I restyled it 14 ways, lots of unexpected ways to give you ideas how to shop your closet. Okay, today's style snack, I have a real treat for you. You really enjoy seeing pictures of me during my lost years when I got it so wrong. And so I spent quite a bit of time digging through my photo archives looking for some pictures. And let me tell you, I don't enjoy getting my picture taken. And so there are not a lot of pictures of me before I started this business. I just have never liked having my picture taken. But I found some doozies for you. And the quality is not excellent. Some of them were taken with my phone. Yeah, they're pretty good, but that's why I was late. I was so just like in my photos, I didn't even realize what time it was. I was like, oh my gosh, I've got to get on. So I've got some good ones for you. You're gonna love them. Today we are continuing our Effortless Style series, and we've been talking about this for a few weeks. And today I want to talk to you about the difference between style and fashion, because they're not the same thing, even though we use these words interchangeably sometimes. And sometimes I get emails and DMs from members of my community with a link to an item or a picture of something they saw and thought, this is so you, April. I just had to share it. I know you'll love it. And this is so thoughtful. And I always love seeing what they have found and sent to me. It's usually right on the money. And how is it that so many women who don't know me in real life can pick out things for me, clothes and shoes that they just know I'll love? It's because I have a very cohesive and consistent style. And it's not just me. We hear the same thing about other women. She has great style. I love her style. That is so her. And what separates the women who have great style from everyone else? Do they have some fashion industry insight? Some style superpower? Are they sporting fresh from the runway looks every season? Before we even get started, I've got a spoiler alert for you. The answer is no. Whether they realize it or not, it really comes down to a basic concept, and that is this: fashion is what you wear, style is what you do with it. So let's talk about that for a little bit. Fashion is what you buy. If fashion is what you're after, good news, it's for sale. It's in every store, on every rack. It can be yours with the swipe of some plastic. Everyone can have all the fashion they can afford. It's available in every price point, but what colors and styles it comes in varies from season to season. Whether or not this season's trends suit you is really luck of the draw. Some seasons you win. Retailers are selling what you love. It's so easy to shop. But more often than not, what's available isn't really you, because as we discussed a lot this year, retailers are constantly changing the trends to convince us that we need to buy something new because we're out. We're not in fashion anymore. And in order to keep up with it, well, we've got to buy something new because we were almost in and now we're out. Whoa. But still, whether it suits us or not, we buy the fashion religiously, faithfully, even. For some, they buy it because it's just what's available and they aren't sure where to find anything else. For others, it's because they want to be fashionable and they reason if they buy what's in the stores, they will be fashionable too. And if you're shaking your head right now going, oh my gosh, that is me, and feeling some shame over that, don't, because you are in good company. A lot of people do this. I used to do this. And others buy fashion because they don't really know what they love. They don't know what their style is. And trying out what's in the stores is like trying on personalities. And during my lost years, I did this. Motherhood stripped me of everything I knew about myself, including my style. And I tried fashion to see what fit, what felt right, what was me. None of it at the time. It felt awful. So I will show you. Which one do we look at first? One of my fashion outfits. It was me trying to have fashion. So many good ones. Okay, we'll look at this one. This was shortly after the birth of my sixth baby. And my husband got us tickets to a Michael Bublé concert. As you can see, we're standing in front of the poster here. And I had basically been pregnant or nursing for, 6-7 years now, and hating what I wore, feeling awful and frumpy and dumpy. And I wanted to be pretty. I wanted to be cool tonight. I wanted to be fashionable. And so this is when I had started trying to find, after my youngest was born, that's when I started trying to find my style again. And so I started buying the fashion, right? And everything in this outfit was new except the blazer. That blazer was my mom's, and she had that when I was like this big. So these were all new items. I had bought new jeans. I had bought this top, this necklace. Let's zoom in. so we can see the fashion a little better. And in some ways, I was getting close to, uh, well, honestly, there are a lot of things about this that are almost kind of right, but I missed. So I'm wearing gold for one thing, and I don't like gold. I never have it, and it doesn't look good on me. Number two, I'm wearing a blazer, and I hate blazers, but blazers are fashionable, right? Like instant fashion. You put on a blazer, and suddenly it's your third piece, and you're just like so good. We talked about that last week or the week before. Anyway, I'm wearing a long necklace, which I also don't like. My jeans are faded and they're whiskered. I don't like that either. And then the boots, it's just all wrong. There's no ankle showing between the boots and the jeans, and just it doesn't suit me. The boots don't go with the jacket. It is the shirt is off white. I look like I have a sunburn, and this was in the winter, so I definitely didn't have a sunburn. I just look very ruddy because of the gold and the cream. So, is there anything wrong with the items that I'm wearing? Not at all. Anyone, I mean, the right woman could take these pieces and make a killer outfit out of them, but they were wrong for me. For me, this was fashion, not style. And that's the difference. So, what is fashion in the stores right now could be style for some women, but not for others. It's not that any one trend or fashion is wrong, it's who's wearing it that's wrong because it doesn't suit them. And I mean, I got some of it right, like the stabby angular pattern is good. The basic neutral color palette for me is good. Just the statement earrings, good. Not the particular ones I'm wearing, but the application was wrong for me. Skinny jeans, all wrong for me. The color of the boots, wrong. So this was me trying to have fashion, and I did not achieve my objective. I did not feel or look fantastic. I enjoyed the concert quite a bit. Man's got a voice like velvet, right? But this was me having fashion. So let's look at what this would look like if I did it today. If I had, a comparable outfit on, it could look like this. So I'm wearing a neutral color palette again. I've got on a black layer. I'm wearing a neutral patterned top. I've got on the jeans and statement earrings, but this is style because it suits me. Same basic formula of an outfit, a white pattern top, yeah, in neutrals. This is the gold, but I'm wearing white and black. It could have been white and silver. I'm wearing this duster cardigan that I love. I'm wearing dark wash jeans that flatter my figure. I could have worn booties with this, but it was like 80 degrees and muggy yesterday. By the time we reached the afternoon, I was not wearing booties. This is my outfit yesterday. This is my Shop Your Closet challenge outfit yesterday, which that's a whole different topic. But I'm wearing gold statement earrings, skipped the necklace. I guess I didn't carry a bag that night, but I've got my bag and I've got my edgy details with my classic outfit. I mean, the other outfit is relatively classic as well. It's just the wrong version of classic. And so the outfit on the left is me trying to have fashion. The outfit on the right is me in my style. Okay, let's move along. Don't worry, there's more. Style. So if fashion is what you buy, style is how you wear it. The last thing anyone would call me is trendy or fashion forward. If you're looking for the latest and greatest to grace the store shelves, I'm not your girl, and this isn't your website. My look doesn't change from season to season and year to year, and I don't run out and buy the newest releases and feature them in my outfits to convince you to go out and buy the newest things that have hit the shelves. I just don't do it. It's not what I like to wear. And so I'm not going to change my style every season just to pimp other people's products. This is what I wear. This is what I love. If you love it too, welcome. I'm thrilled you're here. But if you're looking for trends, this isn't the place to look. And I'm very upfront about that. I don't pretend that I'm fashion forward or trendy. I unapologetically love classic style, and I always have. Pencil skirts make my heart beat faster. Button-up blouses are my constant companions. And a fitted black turtleneck sweater just might be my soulmate. Give me leopard flats or give me bare feet, I say. Are any of those pieces fashion forward? Hardly, but that's what makes up most of my wardrobe. Do they turn heads and elicit compliments? Not individually, but my style gets compliments, even though it's made up of classic, basic foundation pieces. And that's something we've talked about again very recently. Like Aristotle said, the whole is bigger than the sum of its parts. In other words, when you put all of those basic classic foundation pieces together, they make a greater impact than they do on their own. Together, these pieces add up to my style, and my style suits me, and that is why it's style instead of fashion. So does that mean if all women copy me, they'll be stylish rather than fashionable? Do they have to shun all trends and wear only classics to have style? Oh, absolutely not. That would be a huge mistake. If it doesn't suit them, then that would be fashion for them instead of style. What truly garners the compliments is embracing my personal style, wearing what truly suits me and makes me shine. And if that includes the latest trends, then that's still style because it looks like me. So, should we look at another one? This is fun. It was fun to go back. I mean, honestly, I kind of got sucked into looking at all the pictures of my babies that aren't babies anymore. Let's look at another fashion. Oh, let's look. Hold on. Got it. I'll zoom it in advance so we can just see a little better. Now, I'm pregnant in this one, but honestly, none of these are maternity clothes because every last one of them is very stretchy. So, I mean, I had these clothes before and I probably wore this before. And I've never had a mullet. I look like I'm wearing a mullet here. I guess maybe I just tucked it behind my ears that day. I don't know, but of all the mistakes I've ever made, a mullet wasn't one of them, but whatever. Once again, I look like I have a sunburn and I couldn't possibly. I was pretty close to due in this picture, given the state of my belly button. Yeah. So this is me having fashion. I was trying to embrace the trends. So once again, I've got on the big gold earrings, this giant chunky necklace. I think it was made out of wood. The white t-shirt. I've got a short sleeve long cardigan on and a gray maxi skirt. None of this is me. We've already talked about the gold, the big necklace and the big earrings. I can't do that. That makes me very uncomfortable. I remember the bulk on the side of that necklace just drove me bonkers. Like having that, the short sleeve cardigan with the little scalloped edges there. Uh, definitely not me. Um, and then the gray maxi skirt, also not me. These colors are terrible on me. I've recently gotten several comments in a row that all colors look good on me, and that is just not the case. And I hope you can see that here. I look very flushed and ruddy and well, I look sunburned, and I hadn't been in the sun. This was like late April and it was still snowing, probably, or had just snowed. It was not go out in the sun weather. And I was pregnant, so it's not like I was hanging out in a bathing suit anywhere. Um, I looked terrible in these colors. I look terrible in a lot of colors, and I hope you can see that now. I look good in all the colors because I only wear colors I look good in. And that's why you think that. Now you can tell. So this was me trying to have fashion. I was trying to embrace these trends. Gold was everything. And finally I was like, well, if everybody's wearing gold, I should wear gold because I'm I'm not I'm not in fashion. And so I'm not fashionable, but gold earrings will make me fashionable. I very remember clearly thinking that. The big the big necklace was also a trend at the time. This cardigan was a trend. Maxi skirts were the trend. Maxi skirts give me anxiety, all that extra fabric swishing around my legs and feet. And then this cardigan came uh, below my bum. And then, so like the long cardigan with the long maxi skirt, no, these were all trends. And for other women, they were probably fantastic and they were style. But for me, this was fashion gone wrong. And it was all wrong. All wrong for me. All right for others. So let's see. So this was a dressy occasion. It looks like our kids were graduating kindergarten. I think that's what that was, some kind of a graduation kindergarten thing. So maybe it was mid-May, but regardless, I had not been sunbathing. If I had a special occasion now, what would I wear? Well, something like this. A simple sheath dress, no extra flowing fabric anywhere. I'm wearing a delicate pendant. We'll zoom in here. And you can't even see I've got on some statement earrings, but they play peekaboo with my hair. So you'll catch a glimpse of them. I added a little leopard with my bag and shoes, and I've got on a simple bracelet in a color that I look great in. So the difference here is there was way too much going on over here when I was trying to have the fashion, wearing the things that don't suit me, that I didn't like, that didn't flatter me. And this has nothing to do with me being pregnant. I could put that on today and I would look terrible. I think pregnant women are beautiful. I think pregnant women are beautiful. Some of the most beautiful women around. This does not have anything to do with the fact that I was pregnant. I had no problem with how I looked pregnant. I was pregnant. This is what pregnancy looks like. Pregnancy is beautiful. If I put that on today, I would look just as terrible because it doesn't suit me. That's fashion, or me trying to be fashion, and that is style for me. For another woman, wearing this red sheath dress would be fashion if it doesn't suit them. I hope I'm making that point clear. This is not about what I wear is fashion or style for everyone. This is style for me. And what was wrong is not wrong for everyone. It was wrong for me. So It's so important to know what you love. What no one tells us is that anything you truly love that suits you is in style. It's in your style. That's the difference between style and fashion. It might be out of fashion, but if it's in your style, that's all that matters. And when you wear what you love and what suits you, you automatically feel confident and it just looks right. That's the difference. Wearing something completely on trend that doesn't suit you will never look right, and it will be fashion instead of style. Even if your look is on point. I mean, you are Instagram perfect. It will look wrong if it's not your style. Have you ever heard someone say, "Ooh, that dress is wearing her"? That's what happens when you wear fashion that doesn't suit you. And the same is true if you wear something that's perfectly classic that's not you. So let's look at something else. When I came back to my classic style, and I was like, okay, hold on. I used to always love this, and this classic style. You know, we talked about that a couple minutes ago. Well, I decided that all classic style must be for me. I love classic style. I must love all things that are classic. That is also not true. So let's look at this. So many to choose from. We'll use this one. This is a very classic outfit. Button up. We know I love them. Jackie Kennedy cardigan. I've got the skinny jeans. The destroyed is not necessarily super classic as far as everyone is concerned, but and then I've got the pointy toed silver flats. This is a very classic outfit, and it was all wrong for me because the details were wrong. I don't like polka dots on me, but they're classic. So I kept telling myself I like polka dots because I like classic style. Polka dots are very classic, and so polka dots must be part of my wardrobe. The Jackie Kennedy cardigan is very classic. I bought one in every color of the rainbow. I hated them, but I didn't know I hated them. I mean, I know I hated them, but I thought I had to like them because they're classic and I love classic style. So I have to like Jackie Kennedy cardigan. And I didn't like it. I didn't. And it was all wrong for me. When you feel uncomfortable in what you're wearing, it shows, and the outfit doesn't look right on you, no matter how trendy or classic it is. But when you love what you're wearing, you can't help but feel confident, and that shows too. And when women join the Stunning Style Society, it's because they love classic style, right? I make that very clear. This is about classic style. If you don't love classic style, this is not going to be something for you. You won't like it. But that doesn't mean they wear exactly what I wear. And they don't all wear the same things that the others wear. Each of them takes the template I create, and each week we walk through the style steps to help them figure out what they love and create a wardrobe and outfits that match their version of classic style, their personal style. So let's talk about, or let's look at another fashion outfit. This might be, well, I want to show you this first. This is kind of funny. This is I'm wearing all my fashion together. This is right after my baby was born. She was so tiny. And I had just had a C-section. I was very tired. I did not feel well. C-sections aren't for sissies. Childbirth isn't for sissies, but C-sections are. I've never had it any other way. I've only had C-sections. They're pretty brutal to recover from. And I had 5 little ones who still wanted my time and attention as well. And so if you can see the little arms poking up behind my shoulders, this was a game that a couple of my kids like to play. They called it making me fragile because I would say, please be careful with it. That's fragile. It'll break easily. And they would go and get all of my necklaces and accessories and things and put them on me. And so this is me wearing all the fashion. These are all the fashion necklaces that I had bought trying to have fashion, and I hated every one of them. And then on top of that, I had bought all these hair accessories, all these flowers and things to put in my hair because my sister-in-law wears them and she looks adorable. Oh my gosh, you just want to put her in your pocket and carry her around. They light her up. Even like if I was all dolled up and stuck one of those flowers in my hair, ridiculous. It's not right for me. It's perfect for her, but I had bought all these things copying her because she looked so cute in them. And so this is one of my little boys making me fragile and putting all. So I just wanted to show you this because I'm wearing all of my fashion right here on my neck. And he put in these earrings for me. Let's see, that was a nursing bracelet to help me remember which side I was on. But then I've got these flowers, all the flowers in my hair. There's a whole lot more flowers on the back of my head. Here's some barrettes right here. Anyway, I thought you might like seeing all my fashion at once because I had a lot of it. A lot. I don't own any of that now because every single one of those pieces was horrible for me. Absolutely awful. Okay, let's go on to the one that I was going to show you next. This one. Okay, I don't know if you remember when this happened. So we were at the Polar Express. It was wintertime, clearly. I was wearing several trends here that were up and coming and new. So I've got on the riding boots. Let me get over here where you can see my cursor. Not that you can't tell. Here we go. Riding boots, first trend. Then I layered it with the socks, except I didn't have any of the socks that had like the lace and things that like came and spilled out. All I had were these Christmas striped knee socks that I got in my stocking. My mom gives us Christmas socks every year. So this is all I had. And so I was like, well, I've got knee socks and they stick out over my boots, so I'm wearing them. And then I layered them on top of some patterned tights because, do you remember this trend? It was the boots and the socks and the tights and the suffocation. And then I've got on the big chunky sweater. I love turtlenecks. Love them. And this one, like by itself with just a pair of jeans and booties in a different version of turquoise that flatters me would be fantastic. But then I layered it with even more color. I'm wearing a lot of color with this punch you in the face pink t-shirt poking out. It served no purpose. Like it was just there to be more stuff. So I was just trying to be fashion here. I was trying to incorporate all these trends that I was seeing, kind of working with what I had. And and the gloves. I'm wearing some hot pink gloves to match my t-shirt. And the red socks with the green stuff on them. There's a lot more colors in these socks. You just can't see all of it. And the tights and the pattern and the cable knit. And there's just so much happening in this outfit. And these individual pieces, there's nothing wrong with them. They just don't go together on my body, on me. So this was me trying to make the fashion happen, and it just didn't work for me. So if I wanted to wear an outfit like that today, I would do this. I've got on two bold colors still. I'm wearing a sweater. I've got some pattern still in my belt. I'm wearing dark wash jeans. It could have been a denim skirt too. That's not really the problem here. But the boots plus the socks plus the tights plus all the colors and the layers, and it was not right for me. So I'm still wearing color. I'm wearing this hot orange sweater with these burgundy flats. I'm still wearing some pattern with the leopard in my belt, the dark wash, bottom half. I just, this is style for me on the right. And outfit on the left for me was trying to have fashion in trends that didn't work for me. So it's critical to know when to say no. When you know your preferences, your loves, your loathes, your likes, your dislikes, and you can identify them down to the core details and why, then you'll know your style. I can pick up almost any item in a store and tell you whether I love it or hate it, and most importantly, why, about that fast. There were so many years I said yes to trends that I hated because I wanted to be fashionable. I wanted to feel pretty. I wanted to look good. And I didn't. Instead, I felt ridiculous. Now I wear what I love and I wear my style, whether it's trending or not. And to be honest, it's usually not. When I came back to my love of classic style, I made a huge mistake of thinking if I love classic style, I must love and wear all the classic things. We talked about this a minute ago. So I dutifully bought and wore classic items like polka dots and pearls, penny loafers and peplum. But it turns out, even though I love classic style, I don't love those particular parts of classic style. So let's look back at that polka dot shirt and cardigan picture I showed you and see how that would look today. Same concept, but it's my version of it. So I'm wearing a button up still, a pattern button up. It's leopard though, instead of polka dots. I don't wear polka dots. I love leopard. Another woman would feel ridiculous in that leopard and glow in the polka dots. Instead of the Jackie Kennedy cardigan, I've got a long, straight duster cardigan that I love. Same basic dark wash jeans, except this is a cut that flatters me. And the shoes in both outfits are fine. I was wearing pointy toe silver flats. I'd wear that today. I have those still today, I believe. But in this case, I chose to bookend my outfit with the burgundy flats again. So both outfits are classic, but on the left is the wrong classic for me, and the right is the right classic version for me. Let's look at another one. Let's see, maybe that one looks like it may not have opened. Let me just grab it really quickly. Sorry, I was downloading everything super fast. It looks like that one did not, I may have hit it too fast. All right. Now, I know I'm beating the polka dots over the head, but I wore them a lot because I thought I was supposed to. I thought it was the right thing to do. Um, Black button up. Love me a black button up. I hate the polka dots. The dark jeans and then these round toed black flats are also not really me. Instead, on the right, I've got a plaid button up. Plaid is super bueno for me. I've added my edgy moto jacket. An edgy moto jacket would not have saved that shirt for me. Dark wash jeans, black booties with some little studs around the sole. And then I've got my edgy studded bag. But even if you took away the bag and the jacket, just changing the pattern of my top changed everything. And it made it the right version of classic for me, where the other one, which could be perfect for someone else, was all wrong for me. So the next thing is to know when to say, well, just let me go back. Learning to say no to the parts of classic style that aren't me was as important as embracing the classic style I've always loved. Next, you have to know when to say yes. So just because I love classic style doesn't mean I never try anything new. I definitely do. Nothing thrills me more than to find something new that I love. This is the secret to keeping my classic style looking fresh and modern instead of dated and dumpy. Incorporating trends that suit me, suit my style, and make my heart sing, keep me feeling updated and on trend without adopting all the trends and losing my style. Because without that, I would feel dated and dumpy, and I would start looking elsewhere to fill that feeling of that hole of dissatisfaction. Something's missing, something's wrong. Maybe this is all wrong. Maybe I need to start over and wear all the fashion. And that's just not the case. By incorporating the right trends for me each season, I keep my love of my classic style always, always on trend. Each season in the Stunning Style Society, we talk about trends and try one of them, and trends to try in one of the weekly style steps. Together, we dissect some of the season's trends. We decipher how to make them wearable. We try them out, and we decide individually which, if any of them, work for our individual styles. But looking at them to see if bringing any of that into our wardrobes is what helps us refine our style even more, update our style, and keep it feeling modern and fresh. And that's critical for classic style. For me, leopard is classic, but it's also been trending. And it's all the yeses for me. I was thrilled to bring leopard back into my wardrobe, and I honestly can't seem to get enough. I messaged my friend yesterday and I was like, how much leopard is too much leopard? Because I just found this really awesome leopard thing. I've been shopping for the winter wardrobe guide, and and I order all this stuff to check it before I include it in the guide and recommend it. And I've gotten several leopard things, and I'm like, oh my gosh, can I have too much leopard in my wardrobe? Because there are like 10 things here that I just, I haven't found my limit yet, because I love leopard. It's part of my style. Does that mean other classic women have to love and wear leopard? No. For other classic style women, leopard is a hard no. It would be fashion for them because it doesn't suit them. So this is a definite yes from me. This top was featured in the fall 2019 Stunning Style Classic Wardrobe Guide. It was the runaway hit of the season. I still get constant messages asking about it. I've worn it and I love it. And I love it. Not everybody loves it. Not all the members of the society love it. That's okay. That's the difference between style and fashion. And we make that really clear in the society. Just because I love it, just because they all love it, doesn't mean you have to love it. Don't wear it. Don't buy it if it's not for you. And that's why I provide alternates in the shopping portal. So that was a featured item, but I included other tops with different patterns so that each of them could find the pattern that worked for them in their wardrobe. Finding a style that is so you is so satisfying. One of my very favorite things about the society is I get to know the members and their unique styles well enough that I can say, oh, that is so her. But even better, they can say that for themselves. That is so me, because through the style steps, they learn what is so them and what is so not, what is their style and what for them would be fashion. And if you love classic style and you want help creating yours, the Stunning Style Classic Wardrobe Guides are the done for you solution. I shop the internet. You should see my office right now. I haven't given you a picture of the disaster yet this season. My office is twice as big as the last one, and I still can't walk through here. It looks like the internet threw up in here. I order all these things to check them for fit and color and quality before I recommend them. And then I choose 30 to 40 pieces as a seasonal capsule wardrobe, put them together as one collection. The very first thing we do is shop our closets, because the guides are based on classic wardrobe staples that you probably already have. That's the point. It's not about going out and buying all new things. I order all this stuff. Most of it goes back. I keep a few things each season to update my style and refresh my seasonal wardrobe and make it feel new, but I don't keep it all. It goes back. And it's not about you going out and buying a new wardrobe each season either. That is not the point. That's unless you, like, for whatever reason, need a whole new wardrobe, which occasionally people do, that I don't recommend that at all. And then if there's anything the members want or need to update their wardrobes, they get access to a custom shopping portal with these featured items, as well as 5 to 10 alternates per featured item, so they can get the perfect version for them. Like I talked about with that leopard top. That leopard top was not perfect for everyone. So there were other animal prints. There was a floral, like there were other versions of a printed blouse. The guide includes 100 outfit templates, just like these Shop Your Closet outfits or templates. They are not most likely going to be worn identically the way I've shared them. They shop their closets for these template outfits, and based on what they have, based on what they love and their personal style, they adapt these outfits to suit their closets and their style and preferences. And then every month they get an outfit calendar, so they don't even have to pick their outfit for the day. If you're loving the Shop Your Closet challenge, this is what we do every single day in the society. We all have a calendar. You're not required to wear the outfit of the day. Some days I do, a lot of days I do, to be honest. Some days I don't. Some days they don't. Just depends on, maybe I'm in the mood for something else. And then we share them and we inspire one another. And it is so much fun. It doesn't have to end here when this challenge is up. Each week, we take a style step together toward curating their seasonal wardrobes. We start by shopping our closets very first, and then we move on to topics to help them customize their classic style. At the end of the season, each member should have an album of outfit selfies that they love. And we finish the season with a wardrobe evaluation and the easiest closet purge you have ever done, because we've been working on it 1 week at a time for 12 weeks. And by the time we get there, choosing what stays and what goes, if anything at all, is pretty easy, because we've been talking about what you love and what you don't for 12 weeks. We sum it up with this wardrobe evaluation, and then we go through our closets and see what doesn't belong. The doors to the society only open for 9 days each season, and the winter wardrobe guide is coming soon. You can learn more and join the waiting list. So you'll be the very first to know when it's live by going to stunningstyle.com/society. I always do that with my hand. Have you noticed? / in case you don't know what a / is. It's that society. And those on the waiting list get first crack at joining the society. It's kind of a big deal. And the waiting list gets bigger every season. Members get the guide first, and then the waiting list has the opportunity to join. And then everyone gets access to join. So if you want to be the first, and I've been getting messages, did I miss it? Did I miss it? You haven't missed it. But if you want to make sure you don't miss it, join the waiting list, because you'll be the first to find out. So I hope that this discussion between style and fashion helps you recognize that what you love is always in style for you. You can use fashion to augment your style and to refine your style, but fashion isn't style. And it's easy to be tricked into thinking you have to abandon your style and embrace fashion to be in. But nothing will make you out faster than wearing something that doesn't suit you. Okay, let's take a look at the comments. Brenda says, good afternoon. And oh, I've gone really long. Showing you these examples, it takes longer, but it's kind of fun. So anyway, good afternoon to you too, Brenda. I'm glad you're here. A Facebook user says, thank you for having these rules. Sometimes I want a critique, other times I don't. I appreciate having the option. Well, you're welcome. And she's referring to the fact that we only offer suggestions and comments on someone's outfit if asked for. That's a prime rule in the group. Kathy says it's not easy, and I'm pretty sure she's referring to the fact that sharing your outfit in a selfie in a group is not easy, and it's true. Rachel says, I love all the inspiration and great ideas I see from others in the group, and I love that it's a safe place. Thank you for that. Well, you're welcome, Rachel, and I love it too. And as long as we keep it a safe place, we'll see more of it, right? And that is how we encourage more people to share. So please follow that very important rule. Sylvia says, I'm enjoying our Shop Your Closet Winter 2020. Thanks for your effort and thanks for this group. You're welcome. Oh, that reminds me, Sylvia. Thank you. It'll say this in the instruction email, but make sure in order to get the entry, you also have to put hashtag SYC Winter 2020 so we can find them. Like that's one way we find all the outfits for your entries. So that's really important. If you don't have that in your outfit selfies, it needs to be in there. Or there's so many. I mean, the Facebook algorithm shows you what it shows you in the order it thinks you need to see it. And if it thinks you need to see it, well, it does that to me too. And it's my group. And so it doesn't show me all the content. It's really aggravating. So, but I can search by that hashtag and find all the entries. So please make sure you're adding that hashtag. Rachel says, although sometimes all the inspiration is bad for the shopaholic, just kidding. I actually have shopped less since joining the Stunning Style Society, which is amazing. Rachel, I used to be a shopaholic too, and you're not the only one. It's a very common thing I hear. I shop less now than I did before I joined the society, because now you know what you're shopping for. You have a goal in mind. There's a cohesive wardrobe that you're working toward, and that's one of the things we talk about in the style steps of what do you actually need and wear and want in your wardrobe. So thanks for sharing that. Liz says, "Hi, April. I hope to learn lots from this group." Well, Liz, you will. So the best thing to do is to participate. I know it's tempting to lurk. I'm a lurker in a lot of groups, but the more people who participate, the more we learn from each other. So please participate. Every voice brings inspiration. Every outfit brings inspiration. You may not think yours is worthy or good enough or whatever, and I promise you it is. Somebody will look at that and say, "I'm so glad she shared that. That was really helpful to me." The Facebook user says, "I love your hair back then. Lovely color and style." Well, thank you. I don't know which back then picture we're looking at, but a lot of them I didn't. Lonita says, "You look fresh and adorable." Well, I don't know which picture that was either, but thank you. Leslie says, "I love your red hair. It's so pretty." Well, thank you. It was a long story, but a lot of people loved it. It wasn't the most flattering thing, but thank you. Rachel says, "I too love Michael Bublé." I think we all like Michael Bublé. I mean, I could listen to his music all the time. Shannon says, "I've had my colors done and I'm a cool summer, but I absolutely love gold and some of the brighter and even some of the warmer shades of a spring. Some of the summer shades feel so blah and almost too soft for me. Should I stick with that summer season palette or go with some of the spring stuff that makes me feel happier and better?" Well, Shannon, I mean, that's obviously a personal decision. The only rule that I have is wear what you love. And if those colors are making you feel blah, then I would reconsider them. Your best colors shouldn't make you feel blah. They should make you feel fantastic. So maybe experiment with it. Linda says, "Exactly. It's all about your style. It totally depends on who is wearing it. I love some outfits on other ladies, but I know these same pieces would look terrible on me." Or just wrong, right? Like, it's not that you look terrible necessarily, just it doesn't fit. It's that whole square peg and round hole thing. Jan says, "I'm in autumn. What's the difference between warm and cool?" Jan, that is a whole huge discussion I could not answer in 60 seconds or less. But yeah, that's a very long answer, and I'm already way over on time, but that would have to be a whole style snack all on its own. Sylvia says, "You look good on those time." Thank you. I don't know which pictures you're talking about, but thank you. Lonita says, "You're glowing and lovely and pregnant." Well, like I said, I loved. Well, I hated being pregnant. Actually, all of my pregnancies were really awful, but I love how pregnant women look. I liked how I looked pregnant. I didn't like how I felt pregnant. It wasn't about being pregnant. It was the ruddiness was not from being pregnant. That the part that I'm talking about isn't the pregnancy glow. It was the sunburn look, and that I'm referencing a whole different part of the thing. Linda says, "I love that red dress." Oh my gosh, me too. I love that dress. I've worn it and worn it and worn it, and I love it. Cynthia says, "When did you change your mind about fashion?" Well, that's kind of a long story. It's been a few years. It's when that's a long story. We'll have to talk about it another day because I'm already well over my time. But and it's a story I've talked about in the past quite a bit. But we'll have to talk about it another day. But that's a good question. And if I weren't running over, I'd tell you the story again. Rachel says, "I love that you're showing us these pictures. If anyone feels like you did about what they're wearing, They can see how you've nailed down your style and can help others do the same. I was doing pretty good on my own, but have learned so many valuable refining lessons from you. Well, thank you, Rachel. And I love seeing what you've learned in the society and how these lessons are helping you refine, and not just you, but one of the members, we were doing before and afters last week, and one of the members showed us what was essentially the same outfit, same colors, with just some slight tweaks, and she looked totally different, so much more her and so much better. She didn't change a ton about the outfit, um, but it was just such a difference. And we saw so many of those in the before and afters in the group last week. It was amazing. The examples I showed you today, I mean, some of them weren't that extreme. The basic outfit was the same. I just changed up the details to make them suit me. And then some of them were just like totally different. Rachel says, I also love how you tell us the lessons you learned, etc., but make sure we know to take the advice and make it for ourselves. Other fashion blogs have way too many rules for me. I don't ever want anyone to think they have to listen to what I say. Ever. If something that I say makes you go, then ignore it. What I have to say isn't for everyone. Classic style isn't for everyone. There are a lot of great blogs out there, a lot of great style advice, a lot of great ideas out there. I have not cornered the market on good advice, and so I love sharing the lessons that I've learned and the ways that I've gone wrong, and showing you how I've corrected my path and I'm getting it right. So I'm really glad it's helpful to you, but I also hope you can hear me when I say I don't have any rules for you other than wear what you love. But I do love to share ideas with you. And if they work for you, then that thrills me. Sylvia says, that's me because I don't really know what styles are. If I put on clothes and I look good and feel good, then that's it. Well, that's good. And keeping that gut reaction is huge. One of the things that we do in the society is we take a daily selfie, because mirrors lie and cameras don't. And there's so many times I've looked in the mirror and I'm like, oh yes, like these outfits I showed you. And then I take the picture and I see it later and I was like, oh no. And it really helps refine your style. Another Facebook user says, OMG, love you for sharing, learning a lot. Well, thank you. And I'm so glad that makes it all worth it. Denise says, thank you for sharing. I love this. Well, you're welcome. Oh, there's a lot of comments. I may not be able to read them all because we're really over, but let me just see what I can do. A Facebook user says, I think that's the hardest part of determining your personal style. Seeing someone you love and admire wearing something that just doesn't suit you, but really wanting to own it. Oh, it really is. And it's even harder when you don't have a firm grasp on your own style. That is when it really becomes a problem. But even when you do, it can be tempting. It can. And just having to stop yourself and go, no, I am admiring how beautiful it looks on her. But if I stop and think, I already know that doesn't work for me. Judy says, so funny that your kids dolled you up. It was funny, but it was a way that we could interact when I was freshly post C-section, very sleep deprived and taking care of a newborn. That was mommy's tired way of being able to play with them and interact, but we had a good time. You know what I mean? And it's a fun memory for me. They probably don't remember it, but somewhere inside of them, they remember that I was still present with them. They won't understand until someday what that meant, being post C-section and so sleep deprived with my sixth baby in 6 years. But it was a fun game, but it was also a way I could interact with where I was physically. Lakeitha says, aloha, watching on vacation in Hawaii. Oh, Lakeitha, I want to go to Hawaii. Why didn't you tell me? I'll go with you. Laura says, oh my gosh, my baby's 39 years old, but some things you never forget. Your tired face says it all, April. I was exhausted. Yeah. She had a really hard time breastfeeding. So like every feeding session took 2 hours. I was exhausted. Kachuska says, OMG, the flowers, ha ha ha. I also had a similar phase. It was so not me. Yeah, but it's so somebody else, my sister-in-law. It's adorable on her. It's not me. Facebook user says, what color is your natural hair color? Did you dye it red? You know, I haven't seen my natural hair color since I was 19. The short story is, no matter what color, I always wanted dark hair. I was a strawberry blonde growing up. And then it got darker and kind of just that uncolor. But I always wanted to have dark hair. Dark hair and blue eyes, I just think is so beautiful. It's what I always wanted. So no matter what color I colored it, it turned red. I have a lot of red in my hair and it would pull red no matter what. And one day I accidentally colored it magenta in college. But even before that, like I'd color my hair brown and people would call me a redhead. And I'm like, no, I'm a brunette. I accidentally colored it black one time. That was tragic, but it wasn't even black. It was cherry cola. It was still red. Anyway, after the magenta incident, I just gave up and I just was like, fine, if my hair is going to be red, we're just going to go red because it can't make it not red. So I may as well go all the way. So I colored it red for 15 years, maybe more. But it's very high maintenance and people loved it. Everyone thought it was my natural hair color and I loved it, but it's very high maintenance. Very high maintenance. And I was just so tired of that. Anyway, and I always wanted the dark hair. So I found a stylist who could make my hair dark without being red, but there's still quite a bit of red in it. This lighting won't show it to you, but if you see me in person, there's still that you can see the red in my hair, but not as much as it used to be. So that is the short version of a long story. And the dark just flatters me better. It really does. The red made my skin ruddier. Timeful says, you've helped me so much on figuring out lots of my whys on what I like and don't. The quiz really helps me be able to focus and gave me a vocabulary, which is what I was missing. Thank you. I'm so glad. And you know what? Words are everything. If I cannot make the words to verbalize what I'm feeling, I am stuck. It's like a roadblock. And it's the same with style. When you have the words and the vocabulary for what you're looking for, it becomes so much easier. I'm so glad. Thank you. A Facebook user says, I love watching your journey. I'm curious, what denim do you wear in the image with the berry dustard and leopard print shirt? They don't look like boot cut. Are those straight leg styles? What brand do you tend to favor? Thanks so much. So sadly, these pants have been discontinued and I'm devastated. They don't make them anymore. They don't exist. They were from Express. And I am trying to find a brand that I favor. I have ordered so many jeans for the guide, and I've just been trying on jeans and jeans and jeans, trying to find some to replace how awesome these were. But I shall prevail, and there will be some excellent options in the guide. And sorry, that was a big sigh of trying on all the jeans. I think we all hate trying on jeans. I am no exception. But I try them on. I take a picture of each pair so I can compare. But they'll be in the shopping portal, the different options for the members of the society. Judy says, it reminds me of the do's and don'ts from Glamour magazine. I loved those. Well, yeah, I mean, I did. Yeah, but the difference here is that it was wrong for me. And it's not a universal wrong. Nothing about these pictures was a universal wrong. The ones that they showed were like, showing your crack. That's a universal wrong. No one should see anything that your underwear is meant to cover in public, right? So I hope everyone understands that this was not a universal don't. It was an April don't. A Facebook user says, "Oh, that black bag with edgy details, the studded texture is just fantastic." I love that bag. I've had it forever and I love it too. U Timeful says, "My tough area is when I do need to stretch and refresh a bit and get out of a rut. How do we know when it is too far and something we should go back to what we have?" I did a few style snacks about that in the last couple of months. Um, and I'll have to link them in the blog post. This will be up on the blog. This style snack will be up on the blog here today or tomorrow. And I'll link to them there because I can't come up with the titles off the top of my head. But I think one of them was how to get out of style rut. And the other one was something about when do you need to update your style or something like that. But if you go to the stunningstyle.com and click on blog all posts, it would be in the first 2 or 3 pages of results. Wendy says, "Leopard was a hard no for me until I gave it a try. I'm a total convert now. The key is to find the right leopard colors." Ding, ding, ding. Yes, Wendy. Wendy's a member of the society and she loves leopard now. And I've infected several of you with my love of leopard. But it's all about finding the right version of it. Anna says, "I don't do leopard or any animal prints. Not for me. They look great on you, though." And Anna, knowing that is critical. I love it. That doesn't mean you should love it. And it's so good that you can stand there or sit there or whatever and say, "I admire that on you. I see how that works for you. It's not for me. You're way ahead of the game." That's awesome. Debbie says, "Is that leopard shirt still available?" That was from a year ago. So it's not available in stores anymore. Michelle says, "I wish it were, but not in my size." I'm not sure what you're referring to there. And I think I paid for the year. How do I get confirmation on this? Anybody who has questions about their membership needs to email info@stunningstyle.com. And also, like anytime, if you ever need my attention, tagging me in a Facebook group or whatever, the chances of me seeing it are slim to none. I get so many Facebook notifications, they just fly through on my phone, and I don't get a lot of the ones I should get at all. So I miss most of them. But if you need my attention, if you need help with something, always email me at info@stunningstyle.com. Occasionally those go to spam, but almost always it goes to my inbox and you'll get help there. April says, "Did you paint your earrings?" As a matter of fact, I did. Janet says, "This will be my first time to join the Stunning Style Society. I can hardly wait to see it." Janet, I'm so glad that you're going to join us. You are going to love it. Janice says, "If you're a member of the society, do we need to post on the capsule website or can we just post on the society?" You need to post in the capsule group. That's the only place. I can't. It's already so much to track. It has to all be in one place. I can't. I can't keep up with all the places. So please put them in the capsule group. Kathy says, "I just bought what I thought was a few winter items in my style because I felt I needed a core of love pieces as I did that in the summer. However, I don't love them after all." Well, back they go. Say no. Don't settle. Send them back. Kathy says, "I love your coloring now. It's so striking. It accents the color that looks so wonderful on you. I relate totally to your Snow White coloring as I used to be that, although I am mostly gray now." Well, thank you. I appreciate it. This is just what I've always loved. Even when I was a little girl, I just thought it was so beautiful. I mean, there's a billion different types of beautiful, right? But this is just what I've always loved and wanted. And oh my gosh, I'm more than half gray now, but only from here forward. All silver and in the back, none. So I'm with you. I'm heading your way. Cheryl says, I wish I had the style wisdom when I was younger. I remember trying to make blazers, cardigans, polo shirts, and loafers work for me, and they made me look so bad. I wish I had the style wisdom when I was younger too. But we have it now, and now that we know better, we can do better. Nancy says, can we send you ideas for style snacks? Absolutely. I love ideas. Send away. Email me. A Facebook user says, I shared some of my before pictures. OMG, thank you for your help, April. So this must be a society member. I wish I could see your name, but you're welcome. And thanks for being a member of society. We have fun in there, don't we? NPOTX says, thank you for sharing your path to style. So helpful. Well, you're welcome. I mean, I'll be the first one to tell you that I've had some major fails, long periods of detours. Like, and I still sometimes I'll wear things and just be like, why did I wear that? A week later, like, that wasn't really, I'm not perfect. I've never been perfect. I'll never be perfect. And I hope that by seeing this, it helps you see that little changes make a big difference. See that anyone can find their style, and that I'm just a person sharing my ideas. That I get things wrong. I got a lot of things wrong, and that it inspires you that you can get yours right too. Melinda says, my hair has a lot of red in it when the sun hits it just right, but imagine my surprise when my firstborn was a true redhead. He has the freckles too. Oh my gosh, 3 of my kids were born with red hair, and all 3 of them, it fell out and came in white. So I've got 3 platinum babies, but they all started with red hair. I was hoping at least one of them would continue with red hair. My brother, whose hair is naturally dark like this, some of his kids have red hair. And so I was like, oh, maybe one of mine. But that's, oh, Melinda, you're so lucky. Redheads are so beautiful. Julie says, Old Navy high waist kicker boot cut. I'll have to check those out. I haven't checked out Old Navy jeans since college, to be totally honest. But I'll check them out. Thanks, Julie. Lori says, what brand is the blue bag on the shelf behind you? It's Tory Burch. That's my work bag. Julie says the society is the best. Thanks, Julie. Julie's been with me forever, and she's the best. Kim. Oh, it was Kim that was talking about her before and after. I thought it might be you, Kim, because your before and after is so good, and you shared it and got just all the loves and likes because it's really good. If you haven't seen Kim Kunzler's before and after, go in the Capsule Wardrobes for Classic Style group and just search, and it's really good. It's amazing. She looks amazing. Oh my gosh, this has been like epically long. I've been on here for an hour and a half, but thank you for staying with me. I love the conversation part that comes after the most. It's my favorite part, and I didn't want to skip it if I didn't have to, which I should have probably, but this is the most fun part when I get to talk to you. So let's see, Stacy says, love the society and all the lovelies in it. Can't wait for the winter guide. Thank you, Stacy. I love having you in the society, and we do have such a good time. Join the waiting list to be the first to know when the doors to the society open. They're only open for 9 days. And then after that, it's back on the waiting list until the next season. You can join the waiting list and learn more about the society by going to stunningstyle.com/society. I held onto my hands so I wouldn't do the karate chop. It's so fun. It's so fun. And if you love classic style, it's for you. There's nothing out there specifically for women who love classic style. And that is why I created it, because there was nothing out there for me. Kathy says, thanks for hanging in there for all the comments. Well, it's not about me hanging in there. I'm happy to sit here and talk to you all afternoon. It's more about you hanging in there because I respect your time. I appreciate that you've spent time with me. And if I make these too long, you'll start to be like, oh my gosh, I do not have an hour and a half to spend with you, April. No, I could stay here all day. This is for you. Kim says I have more in the society Facebook group right now. Oh yeah, I mean Kim posts her outfits almost every day in the society Facebook group, but she has posted her before and after in the capsule wardrobe group, like specifically a before and after collage. But if you want to see all of her inspiration, you'll have to join the society because that's where it is. And we all love seeing Kim's outfits. All right, ladies, have a fantastic Wednesday. I'll start showing you some sneak peeks of the guide because right now I'm looking at my rack as I pick things that I'm like, this could be a keeper, like a final pick. It goes on the rack, and like I'm constantly shuffling and taking things on and off. And I sit at my desk and I just look at it and examine it and rearrange it. But I'll start giving you some sneak peeks of the disaster in my office. I've got to move it to take pictures of today's outfit because it's raining outside. And right now, well, I can't take my pictures outside. That's really why I moved my pictures outside because I couldn't get to my studio. It's covered in boxes. It's raining, so I'm going to have to clean up some of it. Have a wonderful week. I will see you again next week for our next style snack. Thank you so much for joining me. I love spending this time with you. It's a wonderful midweek break for me, and I look forward to it every week. And look for the Winter Wardrobe Guide coming soon. I'll see you soon.